bullpen has been turned into a horse pen. That's where they are, and they're going to come out. What a show of strength. There they are in the bullpen.
And we can only hope that if and when this crowd celebrates, they will be dissuaded from any wild acts. Because from what they tell me, when the Mets won the pennant here, it looked more like sharks at feeding time. Jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and there's a looping single to left. That's only the second hit for Boston since the second inning. Line drive gets on by as it explodes, and McDowell now is in trouble. A low ball pitcher against a low ball hitter who represents the tying run, Dwight Evans. And and that's going to be hit into right center field. That's a base hit. And even Buckner on one leg will score easily. And let's watch Rice. They're going to wave him in. Backman has no play, and the Sox have come back with 2. And the Mets lead is now 6-5. And the tying run is at second base with nobody out.
Evans really plugged the gap in right center field. Dykesman center field, shading him a bit towards left center, a lot of room. And watch Buckner, he sees it fall, and here he comes. It rolls all the way to the fence, and Buckner able to score, as did Rice, easily.
And when you can score Buckner and Rice without a play, and Backman had no play whatsoever, you know that ball was hit deep into right center, and that's going to be all. Roger McDowell, who has a trip to the mound. It could be what they were talking about.
Now they're going to appeal a
runner missing at third. No, says Joe Brinkman. Well, why would he talk to Kibler and Wendelstedt?
And why would they wait 30 minutes to do it?
And he's going to hit a line drive at Backman over to Santana. Not in time. Boy, was that close. And I'll tell you one thing, Santana had a little heat to handle on the dead run. Backman fired it. Good play by Santana.
And good play by Backman, and a great play by Dwight Evans. You can see he started to lead, and Backman, he really guns it over there. Santana very alertly there, but Evans, a good piece of base running.
Ground ball to the hole. That's where Santana was playing him. Got him. Two runs, 3 hits, and the Sox lead the tying run at second base with nobody out. Sickle of all. It took him a while, but he answered them tonight. Up the middle, base hit for Ray Knight. again while we have the moment. The Red Sox are due to send up in the 9th inning Ed Romero, Wade Boggs, and Marty Barrett. And remember, the Red Sox won 19 games, including the playoffs, in their last at-bat. So like the Mets, they show and have shown remarkable resiliency. Orozco has only had 3 at-bats all year, and he does not have a sacrifice. Swinging and a ground ball into center field. In comes Knight. It is 8-5 Mets, and Joe, you just lost your house.
Davy Johnson, I tell you, is living a charmed life. He's the only guy in the ballpark that thought he should hit, and it paid off for him again.
That had to be an invitation, of course, with Boggs charging the plate. Romero breaking to third. There just wasn't anybody there capable of handling a ground ball.
And Orozco does it perfectly. He just puts the bat on the ball, and everybody's moving. The closest man was Marty Barrett. And you've got to take your hat off to Davy Johnson. Once again, he walks that fine line. He did it the other night by not bunting when Howard Johnson got away with it and gets a big base hit here.
John McNamara bringing a hook with him, I believe. He'll go to Steve Crawford.
After the game.
Hit him. Yep, he goes to first. And that will load the bases. Mookie's quick, but that one nailed him. It was Mookie, you remember, at the plate on the wild pitch. Saturday night. Here's Saturday night. The pitch that didn't hit him, thrown by Stanley, that went to the backside. So the Mets have ground ball and a broken bat. Barrett to the plate for the force to Gedman, and Santana is erased, and everybody moves up 90 feet. It's his third at-bat with the bases loaded tonight. He singled to drive in 2 in the 6th. His scoring fly ball picked up a run in the 7th, and here he is with a full plate in the 8th. And there's one hit and short hop by Barrett. Keeps it in front of him and throws to Buckner, and the inning is over, but the Mets get 2 more. And at the end of 8, as the champagne gets colder, the Mets 8, Red Sox 5, and they're 3 out from pulling the cord. Is right there, the manager of the Mets, Davy Johnson. He was also the last player to get a base hit off Sandy Koufax in the 1966 World Series. And now let's see if the Sox have anything left. They rallied gamely in the 8th when they were down by 3. They had 2 singles and a double to get within 1, and they left the tying run at second. Now in the 9th, Ed Romero, Wade Boggs, and Marty Barrett against Jesse Orozco. The way the pattern of the game has developed, truly the guys who got the Mets here are out there at every position. With Hernandez and Backman and Santana and Knight and Wilson and Dykstra and Strawberry and Carter. 1-1. Popped it up. It will be home. Carter or Hernandez. Tonight's game is brought to you by AT&T, the right choice. By the American Express card. Don't leave home without it. By Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken right. And by Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft smoothness. It's beer at its best. And the Sox, who are a strike from elimination in Southern California, who looked like they had a lock at Game 6, are now down to their last 2 outs. And here's Wade Boggs, 1 for 3. game ends, we will visit both clubhouses, and we will have tributes to each team. As well we should, as each team merits a tribute. And we had said, as we look at Dave Henderson and a somewhat heartbroken Red Sox bench, that it was the best of times and the worst of times. That was the tale of two cities, and that's the way the series would end. Fouled away, 1-2. Ron Darling with his arm draped over Sid Fernandez, and Fernandez has to be the unsung hero.
No question about it. He's the one that gave him the momentum.
1-2 to Wade Boggs. Check swing foul into the stand. And Jim Rice, who was frustrated in '75 because he couldn't play. 2 for 4 tonight. One of his 2 outs, a line drive out to right. And he is frustrated tonight. Curveball, big chopper to Backman. Hurry to Hernandez. The executive producer of NBC Sports, Michael Weissman. The coordinating producer for NBC Baseball and tonight's director, Harry Coyle. The telecast of tonight's World Series, produced by George Finkel. Pre-game produced by Les Dennis. Pre-game directed by Andy Rosenberg. Directors Lenny Stucker, Steven Cimino, and Ken Harvey. And there is a smoke bomb on the field and timeout. His Honor the Mayor, standing in the back of that line of Mets. 1 ball, 1 strike. They have planned a ticker tape parade for the Mets tomorrow if they win tonight. They're going to check it first. No swing, says Jim Evans.
This crowd will tell us what's happening.
Friends, tonight's NBC Miller Lite player of the game, we feel, is left-hander Sid Fernandez. Miller Lite is happy to present a check for $1,000 in the name of Sid Fernandez to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. 2 1/3 hitless innings with 4 strikeouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1986 World Champion New York Mets.